What is going on? Grinders, it's Chief. We are in the building. It is Take Your Pick'em afternoon edition from here on out. No more 10:30. We're at 4:30 p.m. Almost graduated to the big leagues right before Grinders Live. It is Tuesday, August 16, 2023, and we are here to discuss the slate that is Pick'em DFS, and I am elated to come on and talk with all of you beautiful people across the industry and get cracking on the Pick'em slate. So, without further ado, for those of you that are new, that may not have been able to catch it in the morning, we do a segment called Winning Words of Wisdom. And Winning Words of Wisdom is here to try to encourage you daily, to help you keep a positive mindset, and to allow you to just experience some good fortune, not good fortune, some words of encouragement throughout your day, even though we're in the middle of the day now and it's almost over. So today's Winning Words of Wisdom is coming from a guy by the name of Brian Coslow. This is Brian Coslow. This is what he says. There is no advertisement as powerful as a positive reputation traveling fast. There's no advertisement as positive as a reputation, as a positive reputation traveling fast. And I think that's so true, right? Like a good name, having a good name in this industry, having a good name in your community, having a good name in your family can really go a long way. J3, what's up, brother? Thanks so much for joining us. Hit the subscribe button, notifications, turn it on. We've had a schedule change, and we want you guys to come in and have fun with us and have a blast during this content. So once again, having a good reputation is always a benefit, right? Because not only does a good reputation benefit you, a good reputation can benefit your friends. It can benefit your family. It can benefit your colleagues, right? You'll be able to speak on behalf of others. You may be able to give a voice to someone that doesn't have a voice just by you having a good name around the world. All right, so we're going to hop in. We're going to go over our recap. We will go over our record for the month. What's up, Jared? Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks so much for joining us. You guys can hop in the YouTube chat if you would like. I'd love to interact with you there. So we're going to go over our record for the month. We're at 22, 18, and 1. Man, yesterday I thought we were going to roll, and the bats just let us down yesterday. So we had Johnny Cueto. We wanted more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. We were able to clear that one, no problem. I think he gave up 4 runs. We had Matt Olson. We wanted him more than 1.5 total bases, and we wanted more than that one. And it just didn't work out. Like Matt Olson just did not have a good day against Severino. And then we also went with Detmers not Detmers. I wrote Detmers here, but anyway, our good friend from Boston, we took him more than 1.5 total bases, and he didn't get there as well. It just didn't work out for whatever reason. But nonetheless, we're going to press forward. We've got some plays that we're going to talk about today, and hopefully we continue to crush it. So first up on the list, we've got none other than Luis Castillo. He's out in Kansas City. There's a little bit of wind blowing out. But once again, we've seen this Kansas City team able to just strike out a ton this season. And we've got Luis Castillo here at 6 strikeouts. And so at 6 strikeouts, this feels like an advantageous line for us. I do understand that not this whole team is striking out the way they used to, obviously. But at 6 strikeouts, he's got a 28% K rate on the season. 29.4% to lefties, 26.9% to righties, 33% right overall, 37.5% to lefties, 22.9% to righties over the past 30 days. And when we look at this particular lineup, they've got an overall K rate of 23%. I definitely think there's some options for us here. Garcia's at 20%, Witt's at 20%, Massey's at 23%, Sal Powell at 22%, Melendez at 27%, Velasquez at 25%. And we've got Matt Beatty here at 60.1, but Waters is at 35%, and then Isbell's at 17%. I definitely think there's some opportunities for us here for strikeouts. And so with Castillo at 6, our projections, if you look here, the new and revitalized Plate IQ, you'll see that our projections have him at 7 strikeouts. But also, once again, just the numbers seem to be lining up here, not giving up a whole lot of power to either side of the plate. So I definitely think in general, or he's giving up more to lefties, not giving up a lot to righties, but still in general, I think the strikeouts are there. At 6 strikeouts, we want more than that particular projection against the Kansas City Royals. And that's the current season. As we look over the last 30 days, they have improved, right? You see Garcia, Witt, Massey, all these guys, but still overall, Castillo's been a really good strikeout pitcher this season. Once again, his past 30-day performance is at 33%. I definitely think we have an opportunity for the strikeouts to be there. So once again, Luis Castillo at 6 strikeouts, we want more than that projection. All right, moving right along. We're going to our next play here, and this one is coming on a team that's a team that's really been hot lately, and not just hot. They've been hitting the ball well mostly all season. That's Reed Detmers. We've got Reed Detmers at 15.5 pitching outs today. We want less than that projection. When we look at the Texas Rangers offense, obviously this team is at home today. Look at the top of this order. We've got Marcus Semien at 16% K rate, Corey Seager 17%. We do have Lowe and Garcia at 24 and 23% respectively. But all in all, the lineup is striking out around 21.9% of the time. Half of them are lower strikeout bats than the others. And when we do have some power in the lineup as well with Seager, with Garcia, with Duran. Detmers has been erratic when you look at the walks over the past 30 days. Hasn't really been walking lefties, but righties. He's been walking righties at an 11% K rate, which means he's running the pitch count up. Whenever guys are walking guys, then what we're starting to see is they're not pitching with great control throughout the game. And so if he's going to continue to walk bats, and he's walking bats at an 8.9% clip on the season, 7.6% to lefties, 9.3% to righties. If he's going to continue walking those bats, then what we're going to see is guys are going to be on base. We're going to have runners on the base path. If guys get timely hits, then they're going to continue to drive in runs. And what is that going to do for Detmers? It's going to keep him out there. The pitch count's going to run up. And then we're hoping that he doesn't pass 5 innings. So once again, I really like what we see here. When we look at what Detmers is throwing on the season, Detmers is throwing the fastball around 40% of the time. Well, if you've been watching the show, you know I understand that most teams can hit the fastball. So when we look at the fastball, the K rates come down significantly outside of Lowe and Garcia, 11% for Semien, 18% for Seager, 18% for Garver, 14% for Heim, 20% for Duran. Now, JP Martinez, we're just going to exclude him, very limited plate appearances. Same thing for Duran here. And then Tavares at 21%. But the bottom line is he's mostly fastball teams. As I always say, we will see the strikeout numbers pick up on the slider. Right? We look at what he's throwing. He's also throwing the curveball, but not a lot of strikeouts on the curveball or the fastball, which means that Texas should be able to string together some innings here. What we're hoping is that the Texas Rangers can string together innings early, string together timely hits. BABIP's in our favor at 15.5 pitching outs. We want less than that projection on Reed Detmers. We have seen Detmers unravel a bit here down the stretch, right? We're seeing that Detmers, he hasn't been pitching as well recently, and perhaps that's arm fatigue. Perhaps teams have picked up on it, have enough film. Could be a variety of things. Not saying he hasn't been great for the bulk of the season, but recently here he has been getting touched up a bit, and today he does face a tough offense in the Texas Rangers. So at 15.5 pitching outs, we want less than that particular projection. All right, folks, we're going to our last play of the day, and then we're going to clear the way for Grinders Live to come in and do their thing. And it's none other than Charlie Morton at 6 strikeouts. We want less than that projection. Now, you may be saying, Chief, what in the world? Charlie Morton against the Yankees? The Yankees aren't an incredibly low strikeout team, but Charlie Morton is starting to experience his struggles. Look at where he is on the past 30 days, folks. 17.5% K rate, 15.8% to lefties, 19% to righties. We look over the past 30 days for the Yankees. We'll see some interesting numbers, but that doesn't matter. I think Charlie Morton, it could just be old age. He could just have some fatigue as well, but he's really been unraveling. Now, projections do have him at 6.6 strikeouts, which means they're anticipating he's going to pick up at least 6. But I'm rolling with a trend here, right? And this is where handicapping comes into play. I'm rolling with the trend It looks like Morton is having some issues. He's been walking a lot of backs on the season, right? Look at this. On the season, already at an 11% walk rate anyway, 12.9% to lefties, 9.5% to righties. Past 30 days, folks, 17.5% walk rate, which suggests he's really having some serious control issues. If the Yankees can exercise some patience today, I think they can work Charlie Morton a little bit here and work him out of the game early. You do see Charlie Morton at 15.5 pitching outs across the industry. Perhaps that's another good advantageous one to take, another pick'em square to take. I'm going to roll with the strikeouts here because the K rate has just really come down tremendously recently. So that's what we're going to be doing. Love the K rate here. Love the less than 6 strikeouts for Charlie Morton. We look at what he's throwing. Obviously, Charlie's always been a guy throwing some curve, throwing some fastball, throwing some changeup. Not a lot of cutter and sinker, right? And typically, those are pitches that we see. We're trying to keep the ball on the ground. Also, what Morton has been doing over the past 30 days, hard contact, folks. Look at this hard contact over the past 30 days. Was already at about 47%. That's come up to 50% over the past 30 days. He just doesn't have it. Oh, excuse me. That was last season. Last 30 days, it's come up to 54%. 50% to lefties, 59% to righties. He just doesn't have it right now. It's not coming together for him. So as a result, what I want to do is I want to attack Charlie Morton with these Yankees. At the 6 strikeout projection, we want less than that particular number. All right, folks. So we're going to wrap it up. We've got a slightly quicker show today. I want to make sure we have room for Grinders Live to come in clean. I want to thank all of you for joining us today at our new time. We'll be right back here tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out with the Chief. Let's go over our recap, and then we'll get you guys out here. Wait a minute. We got a question here from J3. Says, love the positivity, Chief. Any take on Snell over under 8Ks? The 8Ks feels like a push to me. He is facing Baltimore. Let's kind of look over. Let's go through a brief look through here and just kind of see what we have. So we do see, and obviously we know that his K rate has been tremendous, right? As the season has come down. Now, early this season, he wasn't pitching as well. Past 30 days, 26% overall, 40% to lefties, 25% to righties, 31% on the season, 32% to lefties, 30% to righties. And as we can see, Rutschman's not striking out a ton. Mountcastle's not striking out a ton. We do have strikeouts in the lower upper mid, and then down to the bottom here. So we've got Santana at 28, Hayes at 24, Westberg at 27%, Urias at 23, Hicks at 25, McCann at 22, Mateo at 19. I do think the strikeouts are available, J3. So for sure, definitely think the strikeouts are available. If you ask me in terms of feel, right, this probably feels more like a push. He could definitely get 9, probably inch more at 8. I do think if I was going to side with this one, I think I'd go less than 8 strikeouts. But I also feel like, right, this feels more like a push to me. So for me, this is a stay away, pick'em square. I'm just going to let this one ride. I did see in the MLB chat that Mean Dean Shabelson was able to get this one at 7.5 last night before we saw any bumps. So I thought that was a good advantageous spot for us. Definitely think Snell's going to be able to get off at home as well. So at 8, I would probably lean under. But for me, I'm just going to let this one ride. I'm just going to let it sit on the shelf. So, folks, this has been Take Your Pick'em. Let's go over our recap, and we'll get you guys clear. We'll clear the way for Grinders Live. So, at the top, we've got Luis Castillo at 6 strikeouts. We want more than that particular projection facing the Kansas City Royals. We've got Reed Detmers at 15.5 pitching outs facing the Texas Rangers. Tough spot for him today. Hasn't been pitching well. Unraveling a little bit down the stretch. We want less than 15.5 pitching outs. And then we've got Charlie Morton at 6 strikeouts. Also on the unraveling train down the stretch here. And he's facing the New York Yankees. We want less than that projection. Folks, I'm Chief. This has been Take Your Pick'em. Come in with your pockets empty. Leave with your pockets full. Let's get the sweep. And I'll see you here tomorrow.